Hello, friends. Glenda Mollett here, and welcome to my craft room tonight. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator located on the west coast of Vancouver Island, British Columbia, Canada. And tonight I have a fun fold for you using the Happy Hibiscus bundle. Now, this bundle just released November, maybe? I don't remember. I know I really need to remember these things, but I don't. It's because we get demonstrators get to pre-order all the new stuff, so I've had it for a while. But I do believe it released in November. It's an online exclusive, which means it's not in any of our publications, but you can still order it any of the normal ways. It just means that to see it, you have to go to my online store, or you contact me and I send you the link and the information on it. Hello, Nadine. Thanks so much for joining me. It is Wednesday. I forgot what day of the week it was. It's Wednesday, December the 4th, 2024, and we have 3 weeks until Christmas. Holy moly. Where did that time go? I can't believe Christmas is right around the corner. Today, hubby and I went over the hump, which means we went to the east side of Vancouver Island from the west side of Vancouver Island and had lunch with his side of the family. He has a niece and her children. Hi, Janet. Hi, Holly. Hi, Jackie, that live in New Zealand. And the niece and her boyfriend were over for a visit. So we went over the hump to have lunch with them in Parksville, and it was a lot of fun. It was nice to see everybody again. And on the way back, I got 3 more Christmas presents bought. Yay! I'm like this close to being done now. Thank goodness for Amazon. I'm sorry, that big giant out there in the sky that sucks everybody's money, but it's the only way I could get Blake's birthday present to him in time for his birthday on Friday was to order it from Amazon and have it shipped to him. So I thought, well, I went to Walmart to find, we only have Walmart here in town. We don't have a lot of other stores. So I went to Walmart to see if I could find the other, because I like giving little things along with their main present, because last year I didn't do Lego and I was in trouble for not doing Lego. I got the mother, it's not Christmas without Lego. So, you have to do these things, right? So I went to Walmart to see what they had here. They didn't have anything I wanted. So paddled off to Amazon, got it all ordered, was here in 3 days. So they're all done. The northern kids were doing skating lessons for Maggie and soccer for Blake. So they're done. The local ones, well, I can't tell you because they may be watching me because they're old enough to watch me on Facebook now. But I'm done. Ted and I are not doing stuff because we went whale watching in September. I don't remember when it was. Must have been September. Anyways, we decided that was our Christmas present, our whale watching, and we're going north, so we have to stay in a hotel. So, it's money, money, money. So I'm going to do a card with you tonight. My More Than Autumn class is still open for registration. And if you buy the bundle from me while registration is open, then you'll get the card kits for free, or you can get just the kits or the tutorial only. And the last chance list came out yesterday for the holiday mini catalog. This is the one that September to December. And do you see all the blue lines? So when I get the list, I go through my catalog and put blue lines in everything that is disappearing. This Nests of Winter is the only suite that is not retiring. Yay. I have it. I love it. Your Christmas Village is Lego, Linda? That's awesome. So I made a list. I have this list. If anybody wants this list, this is a picture list of all the stuff that is retiring from the mini catalog. So if you want that, get a hold of me. I will email it to you. But I made a list of the stuff that's not retiring from the catalog because it was easier than writing out all the stuff that is retiring from the catalog. So there, Nests of Winter is the only suite that is not retiring. Take a Bow bundle is not retiring. Now that's not really a stamping bundle. That's the one that has the Take a Bow paper and the bow making dies, this one here. So this bundle is not retiring. The Humble Home bundle and the More Than Autumn one, which is the one I'm doing in January, those are the only stamps that are not retiring from this whole catalog. But there's bargains to be had because I also, when I go through my catalog, I write down in pink what the discounted price is. So Blackberry Bliss textured ribbon, which, I moved it already. Regular $13.75, on for $12.37. Now that's the one that I used with a couple of my Christmas cards. And this Regal Winter Designer paper is on sale. And the dies, these dies are on sale. The stamp set is not. The dies are. So now, let me get my calculator because I'm curious. I'm curious to know $31.20 for the dies and $33 for the stamp set, and the bundle is $64.75. So you'll save an extra 55 cents if you buy them separately. So if you are, hi Norma, if you are contemplating buying a bundle and one of the pieces of the bundle is on sale, make sure you do your math first because it may just be cheaper to still get it in the bundle rather than buy the pieces individually. Not all of the stuff is on sale, the pieces. So just be careful when you go to order stuff. And if you are one of my customers and you want some ideas, then please contact me and I will help you decide how you're going to do it. So here's the card we're doing tonight. This uses the Happy Hibiscus bundle that just released. I love it. It's a hybrid bundle, which means that you get embossing and die cutting all together. Now, there is a new one coming out in the January catalog on January the 7th. It's called Beautiful Butterflies. It's hybrid as well. So it's got this amazing embossing folder. Look at the size of that butterfly. Do you see that butterfly? It's the size of my hand. And it's got dies. And then this is one of the products that we are featuring in the Spring Creative Escape. We're using Beautiful Butterflies. And the thing that I haven't played with yet is this die. So I'm not going to tell you what this die does, but does it not look intriguing? So you'll have to stay tuned to see what I come up with for that die. Okay, so a Happy Hibiscus bundle, I believe, let me just check. I think it was $81.75 it is for this bundle. Now, if you buy this bundle from me between now and, I'm not doing a class on it. I'm going to do some demonstrations online. Thanks, Jackie. If you buy this bundle from me between now and, let's say, January the 20th, I will give you the kit for 3 cards for free. So register or buy the More Than Autumn bundle from me before December the 15th. You get the 3 card kit, the 3 kits for the 3 class cards for free. If you buy the Happy Hibiscus bundle from me before December or January the 20th, December 15th, January 20th. Yes, because it's available now. I will give you kits. I will mail you when our postal strike is over. I will mail you kits for this card plus 2 others that I'm doing during my Facebook lives. So this is a Z fold card. It's a fun fold. It's not one of the really fancy ones, but it still is pretty. And when you put it on your mantle, it looks nice when it's sitting there because it sits there like this. So I heard, hi Alice, thanks. I heard somebody say the other day, I like getting paper cards because e-cards are difficult to showcase on my mantle because my iPad keeps falling off my mantle. I thought, oh, that's cool. That's cool. Okay, let's get busy. I'm going to be using Smoky Slate and Bubble Bath for this card because I felt this card needed to be soft. So there's the inside and the envelope. And I'm using the Happy Hibiscus stamp set, the dies, and the hybrid embossing folder. So this one is also one of those ones where you put your dies inside and emboss and die cut at the same time. I'm also using exposed brick in the background. And then I'm going to finish off with some iridescent faceted gems. I put the list of supplies in the description of the video. So if you're watching on YouTube, the description is down there. If you're watching on Facebook, it'll be there, or maybe there. I don't know where they put it on Facebook. The base is 11 by 4 1/4, scored at 2 3/4 and 5 1/2. And then to make it Z fold, you just fold this one back like that and line it up so that it's nice and straight. And there we have our Z fold. That's how easy it is. I know I like doing the really fancy ones, but every once in a while it's nice to do a fun fold that's a little bit easier. So there's the card base, and that is Bubble Bath. And then I have a piece of, hang on, let me start from the back. Piece of Bubble Bath that is 3 by 4 1/2, and that's to do the embossing and die cutting with. Then I have 5 1/4 by 4, 2 pieces, one's for inside and one's for the front. A piece of soft sea foam that is 3 1/2 by 3 3/4, and that's going to layer on the front with white on top of it. And this is 4 1/2 by 3 1/4. And I'm going to emboss that with the Hibiscus embossing folder. Another piece of soft sea foam, soft sea foam. Okay. I think I gave you the wrong measurements. This one that is layering is 4 5/8 by 3 3/8. And then the white is 4 1/2 by 3 1/4. This piece is 3 1/2 by 3 3/4 or something similar to get all of the leaves. And I have a whole bunch of fresh Freesia to do all the different little flowers. Now, I was told that these look like plumeria flowers. And this card's been sitting in a plastic envelope. So I had fluffed all the, see how they look really dead when they're just there by themselves. But if you take the time and fluff them a bit, they look a lot better. But of course, when you put it in an envelope, it's going to flatten anyways. And I don't have adhesive sheet on the back of those because I don't want them flat. And then I have like 1 by 4 for the sentiment. Okay, so I don't need that. We'll put that off to the side. This piece is to do the flowers. So is everybody ready to make the card? I am going to get the embossing folder and the die out. So when you're putting these dies, and this is for all of our hybrid embossing folders, when you go to put the die on, you always put it on the side with the Stampin' Up label. So if you put it with a Stampin' Up label facing down, and then this goes on top like this. And then you just move it around till you get it all lined up and it goes down. They built a trough in there that holds that in place. Now you don't need a piece quite this big. I don't know why this is this big, but that's what I cut. So that's what I'm using. And I'm going to run it through my embossing machine. You flip it over, make sure everything is where it's supposed to be. And when you run it through your machine, you need, I will tell you what, oh, not fluff on my nose. You need plate number 1. So it's just like using one of our 3D embossing folders. Plate number 1, then your embossing folder with the die and the cardstock, and then plate number 4 on top of that. And you run that through with your hinge first. And then wait for it. You will see how amazing this is. Apparently I have stuff on the bottom of my plate. Yuck. Woof. Ooh, it's everywhere, including in my mouth. Okay, so when we take this out, this is the other part that I won't be using, but here's the 3 flowers that we will be using. Isn't that, look at the texture on those. Is that not amazing? Okay, so I'm going to keep those. I'm going to put the die back because now I'm going to emboss the white one. So this is 4.5 by 3.25. And I'm going to emboss it with just the embossing folder without the die in here. And I'm not really paying attention to where this goes because it's going to be hidden in the background for most of it anyways. So I'm going to run that through the same way the same sandwich I used for the first one. So we had sunshine today in Port Alberta, which is almost unheard of in December. We left this morning and it was foggy by the time we came back, and it was foggy in Parksville the whole time we were there. And we come back into town and it's gorgeous and sunny. Nadine says the cutout can be used as a mat. You never know it's cut out. Absolutely, you can do that. So if you took like a piece of white or something and put it on over top of that, you would not even know that that was cut. And I do that all the time. Good reminder, Nadine. Thank you. Okay, so there's our embossed piece, and that's going to layer on top of that one. So those 2 are done. Put those off to the side. This one, I'm going to switch. Oh, let's do the other embossing at the same time, and then I can switch back to die cutting. So this is a exposed brick, and my card is a hamburger card, so it's horizontal. And I'm just going to run that through with the same sandwich as I used for the first one and the second one. Alice says we had fog today, no breaks and expected it. Oh, well, that's how we usually get, Alice. We never get sunshine. November is notorious for being foggy, and December is just about the same. So I don't know where this lovely sunshine came from today, but I enjoyed it. There you go. So there's the exposed brick embossing folder, and that'll be the background. This one is inside, so I just have to stamp that. And I'm going to put these up here. Now we got to die cut 3 of those leaves and 2 of those leaves. So unfortunately, there's only 1 die of each. But for the flowers, there's 2 dies. So we'll do a lot of cutting at the same time here. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these. Over here. There we are. 2 of those, and then we'll cut out 2 of these, and then we will cut out some more while we're chit-chatting. So I was reading, hi, Nicole from Perth, Western Australia. Welcome. Oh, for those of you that weren't here at the beginning, Ted and I went over to Parksville today to have dinner with his, or lunch with his family, because his niece from New Zealand is over visiting. And her boyfriend, she's Canadian, been living over there for 13 years now. And she has a little bit of an accent. Every once in a while, you can hear it come out in one of the words that she's using, it was really quite funny. But he's tried and true New Zealand, and it was nice to listen to his accents. Okay, so I'm going to put those back on there for the next run through. And we'll do the same thing here. Hello, Valerie, late again. The late, great Valerie. Valerie, did you manage to pick those catalogs up from Maria? I haven't talked to Maria yet since you said you would do that, so I am not sure. Okay, I'm going to cut these out. Round 2. All right, so we need 2 of these. So we're done with this one. And we need 3 of these. So I need one more maple leaf. And then we need one more set of plumeria. Oh, you haven't heard back yet? Okay, I will message her tonight, and because I know she's leaving relatively soon for her next adventure. So I will get in touch with her. It could be that she never got your message too. Okay. Die cuts are done. I was reading about the postal strike today, and the Canada Post has proposed some stuff to the union. The union has proposed some stuff to Canada Post. It's in front of a mediator. And right now they're in a waiting pattern, just waiting to hear back from the mediator about it. So I wish they would just get off the pot and do something on a machine. Yeah, but you never know when you leave it on a machine whether the person reading it is going to remember to tell the person it was for. All right, so I'm just going to put a little bit of glue in the center of the 5 big flowers. And then we'll put the put the little ones on here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what do you think of this color scheme? Bubble bath, fresh freesia, and soft seafoam. Okay, so those are all together. Those are ready to go. These are ready to go. Get my silicone mat. We'll get some glue on the back of all these. A Canadian New Zealander accent. Awesome. Yeah, it was really quite interesting because she'd be talking away and it would come out like with a Canadian type accent. And then every once in a while, one of her words would have like a New Zealand twang to it. It was quite funny to listen to. She didn't, I don't think she knew she was doing it. Okay, so I'm just adding some glue to the back of these leaves so that they're ready to go when I decide to put them on. And then I had to stop at Thrifty's because when Ted works for Main Road in the winter, they used to give turkeys, but they don't do turkeys anymore. They give out gift cards. Well, of course, they get them in Parksville at Thrifty's. And we don't have a Thrifty's here. So I don't get to Parksville often. So I still had last year's gift card to spend. It's not much, it's like $30, but it bought us enough pork chops for a week. Aw, soft and lovely, liking the colors, pretty and soft. Love that color combination, like the colors together. Thank you. Okay, now, sentiment. This stamp set is photopolymer, so I'm going to die cut first. And this die set has 2 lovely sentiments dies in it, and I'm going to use the big one. So one of the things that I was really surprised about is they are retiring our deckled circles and deckled rectangles, which I thought was bizarre. So they put out a last chance list, but it's not like it has been in the past where the end of the catalog is the end of the products that are in the catalog. They're not going on a discontinued list right away. They're going into what used to be the clearance rack online and what is now called the last chance list. So as long as they're in that last chance list, they're still orderable. So even though the catalog is ending on the 3rd of January, 6th of January, when is it done? I don't even remember. Let's check. 6th of January. Even though the catalog is done on the 6th of January, if the stuff is still available, you'll still be able to order it. But just remember, it is while supplies last. So when you decide that you want it, it may not still be there. Oh, hi, Danny from Adelaide, South Australia. So nice to see you join us. Thank you. Okay, so this is Smoky Slate. I didn't want, I wanted the sentiment to be in a neutral tone, but I didn't want it to be, I wanted it to be a little bit more subtle than black, and I didn't want it to be quite as dark as basic gray. So I used Smoky Slate, and I like it. There you go. You make me smile. I love that sentiment because you can use it for anything. My recipe keeps falling off there. I'll fix you. Okay, inside. I'm going to grab my bubble bath and some stamping paper. I was stamping flowers in fresh freesia, apparently, the last time I used this paper. I love Smoky Slate too, because it's nice, it's soft, but it doesn't have to be soft. It can be it can hold its own. Okay, so when I did this in the original one, I used the big flower on the inside. This time I'm using the little flower. So there is stamps. This is a 2-step stamping thing. So you have the outline of the flowers. Now this is one big stamp because this matches the dies. So you have the outline of the flower and then you have the filler inners. I should stamp those afterwards and show you how you can run them through the folder with the dies and have flowers that are embossed, stamped, and die cut. Okay, this is the big flower. I'm going to put it on the envelope like that. Okay. Time to assemble. That's the envelope. Don't need that. Here's my base. So we're going to start with the exposed brick and we're going to attach it here only onto this side. So you'd only want to put adhesive on half of that. So I'm going to put it upside down so I know how far over I can go. Oops, I think I got carried away there. I could be in trouble. Let's see. Got to be careful because you don't want to expose your glue to this side of your card or you're going to glue your card shut. Oh, I just made it. I can just see it poking out there a little tiny bit. So I will take my glue eraser to that later and get rid of that. Otherwise, I'll glue my card shut. See? That's not a good thing. Okay, we're going to layer the embossed white onto the soft sea foam. So did anybody order this bundle? Do you have Happy Hibiscus? The online exclusives, they've got some really nice bundles and products in the online exclusives. And they are difficult to, sorry, I've got an itchy eye. They're difficult to find. All right, so this is going to go on here like this. And I'm going to put stamp and seal all the way around. Nadine has it, Norma has it, Janet did not. Not yet, still deciding, said Nicole. Well, I thought it was time for me to get another flower set because I don't have a lot of them anymore. All right, so there we go. There's that layer on there like that. Now I'm going to put some stamp and seal on the back of the flowers right in the center. And I'm not popping these flowers up at all, but I want stamp and seal behind them, but I still want to be able to, uh-oh, do you see what's happening? I stuck my arm on the glue and I have plumeria flowers everywhere. There we go. Okay. So let's put this one down first. Let's see, which way did I do it? Not that it really matters, but I like the way this one turned out that way. Okay, so we're going to put this down. Now this matches this one. So that one is the one that you could cut out with this die, but just ignore where it is. So I'm going to put that down. And then I'm going to take one of the maple leaves, put them in there like that. And then we're going to take the big one and it's going to sit right about there. And then one of these leaves is going to tuck. It will go in behind here once I get that sentiment on. And then one of the maple leaves down here in the corner. And then this one, I'm going to tuck underneath here like that. And then I have one more. It's going to go up here with this one on top of it. And then we have plumeria. Tuck one in there. Like that. One underneath that one. And one up here. And one there. And one down at the bottom. Like that. Now I'm going to push them all on to make sure that they attach themselves. And I'm going to add Wink of Stella to the center of these ones before I go any further, because then I don't have to worry about it. And on the leaves, because I like, when I put these leaves on, I like going over top of the cut lines with my Wink of Stella. It adds just a little bit of something to your cards. And you know me and Wink of Stella, I don't think, there's very few cards I make that do not have Wink of Stella on them. There we go. Now you could put them on the plumeria flowers as well, but I'm going to put jewels in the middle of those. And then this is going to go not upside down. This is going to go right here over top of this. I might just take this one. I haven't pushed this one down very well yet because I want to be able to move it if I had to. That's better. That's going to go right there. So we'll just angle that up like that. And this will be on dimensionals on this side. And adhesive on the other side. Put a little bit on there. And I'm going to overlap it over top of right there. Now, is that straight? Oh, not bad. There we go. So there's the front, all except the bling, which I haven't put on there yet, but we'll put the inside in first. Don't let me forget to put the bling on there. What other colors do you think you could make this card in? What other? And you don't have to use embossed paper cardstock for the background. You could use designer paper back there. I did not, because I didn't know what designer paper we were losing, but we're not losing any of it because it's just going over to the last chance list. So I'm going to be able to continue to use all of those products, even though they're not in the catalog anymore, which is cool. But I'm sorry, they won't be in my BOGO sale that's going to happen in January. All right. Oranges or reds? Oh, that would be cool, Valerie. Apricot and yellow. Oh, yes. That would be pretty. Okay, let's get out these iridescent faceted gems. I don't use these a lot, but I really like them on this card. So these are, they're iridescent. So if you put them with purples, it picks up the purples. If you put them with blues, they pick up the blues. And I'm going to put one little one inside in the center of all of the plumerias, just because I think they need them. And I can. And it's my card. I got glue on my pokey tool here. Gotta get rid of that. And then I'm going to put one up here, and I'm going to put one over here. There we go. Our card is finished. Tout fini, as they say in the French-speaking world. There we go. Now, does that entice you to buy this bundle? I'm going to show you what time. Oh, got lots of time. Let me get a piece of white cardstock. a piece of white cardstock. Oh, and I need a big block. Because we are going to stamp and die cut and emboss. Thanks, Janet. Thanks, Norma. Okay, so I'm going to stamp this onto here. Now, orange or red? I don't know, what color do hibiscuses come in? Orange. They're orange and red, right? Yes. Let's do Poppy Parade. It's not a color I use a lot. Aw, thanks, Alice. Jackie says, I absolutely love this card. Thanks. Okay. Jackie says, I may need to get this bundle. You're very welcome, Jackie. Now, don't forget, if you order this bundle between now and the 20th of January, I will send you kits to make the three of the cards I will be showcasing online. This will be one of them. Okay, so I'm going to stamp this. Rub it really good because, you know, I want a good stamped image. Oh, I had a class last night with a bunch of local ladies that have young children from the New Chaldath Tribal Council. And they made Christmas cards and none of them had ever stamped before. Man, did we have fun. It was, they made the kit, the Christmas tree kit. They loved it. They all were kind of leery at the beginning, not sure what I was trying to get them to do, but they caught on really fast. Okay, so you put this in here like this. And then I usually use some Post-it tape just to hold it in place. Because now you have to put this in here like this. Oops, that's not going to work because it's going to be in the way. Let's see, it's going to go like that. That should fit. Okay, then you close it, you turn it upside down, and I'm going to move my cardstock around, and this is why I put that tape on there, so it's holding my die in place while I move this around and get it centered. And you can see through the embossing folder. And you see through the embossing folder how I'm lining it up. Need to go up a little bit right that way. And I keep licking my finger. That's why because that way I should wear my rubber finger, but I don't have it with me. So there, you line the cards, the stamped image up inside your embossing folder with the dies. And then you run it through your machine. So there's actually two ways to do this. This is one way, and then I will show you the second way. So we'll run this through. And then when you take your cardstock out, now you have stamped, die cut, and embossed images to use on your cards. Is that not cool? So that's one way to do it. Now, there is another way to do it. Get some more paper here. And I'll show you the other way. That looks cool. So this is not only for this hybrid embossing folder, but it works for all hybrid embossing folders. When you're trying to stamp emboss and die cut at the same time, like the same image. Now, my paper's a little bit smaller this time. I'm going to stamp this. Stamp that, and then I'm going to get the die. We're going to die cut it. So the first way is a 2-step process. This one is a 3-step process. Apparently, oh, I should show you one other thing too. More paper. More paper. Because sometimes these stamps, these big ones that have little bits holding them together, sometimes they don't match your die, because when you pull them off, they can stretch. So what I do is I take, let me use this. Take my stamp. No, this way. Put your die on there. And as you're putting it onto your block, put your die on top of your stamp and just kind of wiggle your stamp around until it matches your die. And then theoretically, if you do it right, when you stamp it, it will match your die. Now that's for all of the photopolymer stamps that are like that. You can tweak them. I call it tweaking. Now, see if I'm going to get 2 out of this one, or if I have to use my other piece of paper. No, I have to use the other one. It's okay. I have lots of cardstock. All right. There we go. Oh, see, I didn't get pushed enough on that side, and it's not quite as dark as it should be. So now when I put this on here, it fits, it matches up perfectly. Okay, then I'm going to die cut this. Oops, hang on, I'm going to switch my machine back. So it all depends on whether you want to do this in a 2-step process or a 1-step process. And I'm going to cut these out. So if you didn't want to use all 3 of these, if you just wanted to stamp part of them, or you wanted some that weren't embossed, I don't know why you would want some that weren't embossed, but anyways. Then you turn your die over, your embossing folder over, and you line your images up with the embossed images. And then you need to use something to hold them in place while you put the rest of them, because they're cut apart on. Oops. See, they move really easily in this method, so it's not as good as the previous method I showed you, where you emboss and die cut at the same time. And of course, I'm out of Post-it note pieces. So there we go. That's one. Okay, now this one. It's going to go in here like that. And we'll get that one lined up. And then we have the last one. Like that. And then when you close this, oh, of course, that one moved. Any more Post-it pieces hanging around? Come on. There we go. Oops. Okay, now we'll close that. We'll run it through the machine. And then when you take these out, see they're all embossed now, just like the other ones were. Now, doing it this way will sometimes give you a deeper embossed image because you don't have that die inside the embossing folder to deal with. I'm trying to get the Post-it pieces off of here and they're not cooperating. Okay. So for instance, this one, this big one, there's a definite difference. I don't know whether you can tell online or not, but this one is a little bit more etched than this one is. And then the same with these two, and the same with the little one. So there's the different ways that you can use hybrid embossing folders to provide images. And then, of course, you have all these other ones that are hanging around when you emboss. And if you just use your scissors to fussy cut, oh, these scissors are so dull. That's not good. You can't fussy cut with dull scissors, just saying. So you just give this a little trim like this. There's no die for this one. That's why you have to fussy cut it. And then you have this corner embossed piece that you can use. Put it up here in the corner of your card like that. And then you're not wasting that either. So if you do the embossing folder 6x6, you get lots. There's 1, 2, 3, almost 4 full ones. Then there's a whole bunch of the plumeria ones. And then there's a couple of partial ones as well. So if you use 6x6, you're not wasting any of it because you can use it all with a little bit of fussy cutting. Look at that. It's gorgeous. I love this bundle. I'm having a lot of fun with it. All right. So that's it for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. If you have enjoyed my video, please hit those emojis. Let Facebook know that you have enjoyed it. And let me know you have enjoyed it. I do not know your address. And even if I did, I can't get it to you, Valerie. I can't get it to you. I'm sorry. This card will look nice with the iridescent pearls as well. Something that just gives it a little bit of something without being too in your face. So if you're watching on YouTube, please make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel by hitting that subscribe button down there, and you will get notified every time I go live on YouTube. All right. Anybody got any questions about hybrid embossing folders? Or I will be putting an order in the next couple of days. So if there's anything on those last chance lists that you want, please let me know. You could take the ferry and deliver it to Valerie. I could, Norma. Yes, I could go on. If I go on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, I would have a free cruise. Got to say it every time, or you would think I was not right in the head. Don't answer that remarks. Oh, Valerie, you're funny. Thanks, Nicole. You're very welcome. I hope everybody enjoys the rest of their evening. I won't be live with you. I have been going live on Thursdays. I have a class tomorrow night, so I'm not sure whether I'm going to go live or not. I do have a card all set up using Spotlight on Nature. So I may be live. Stay tuned. I'll let you know if I am. Have a wonderful rest of your evening, and I will see you Monday morning at 10 a.m. Pacific time. Hang on. Yes, it's not this week. I have to change the time. It's the 16th. I have to change the time because I have a dentist appointment. Thanks, everybody. Oh, you're very welcome, Diana. Thanks, Alice. Thanks, Janet. Have a wonderful rest of your evening and an amazing weekend. And I will see you soon in my craft room. Stampin' Smiles. Bye for now.